Hello and welcome to another episode of China Africa 360. I'm your host, Bridget Mutambirwa. China and Africa have a long history of health cooperation which goes back more than 50 years. For half a century, Chinese medical teams have been scattered like pearls on the African continent. In 1963, China sent the first medical team to Algeria. Over the past 5 decades, all kinds of non-profit Chinese medical services have contributed to the healthcare progress in Africa and saved the lives of tens of thousands of people on the continent. The second Xiangya Hospital of Central South University in central China's Hunan Province is among the first batch of Chinese hospitals that have sent medical staff to Africa. Starting from 1973, the hospital began to send medical staff to 2 African countries, Sierra Leone and Zimbabwe. Li Hejun, an 81-year-old orthopedic surgeon, is a member of the first medical aid team dispatched by the hospital to Sierra Leone. Even now, he has a clear memory of the day he arrived in the country 46 years ago.
当时我们去的那个镇呢，是个裸体分科医院，全是我们的援助的东西。当时我们去的主要一个任务就是做一些基础性的工作。所谓基础性的工作，就是搭建呐，给他们这些安装机器安装呐，包括手术室嘛、无影灯呐、手术台啦，全是我们国家允许。那一天的工作量最多的还是一般常见性的疾病。所谓常见病就是像疟疾啦、伤寒啦。 外伤外科方面就是外伤呢也比较多见。
Together with Li, in the past 46 years, 18 medical teams with a total of 42 members of the second Xiangya Hospital have been sent to Africa. Poor medical conditions, shortage of water and electricity, and threat of disease are major difficulties that the medical members had to overcome.
我们去的时候，这个医院 就相当于一个非常乱，本来没有一间就是完整的这个病房，设施基本上都是零，然后呢就没有水，没有电，水井都是我们后面自己打的，还打了100多米深的水，电呢是我们自己发电，所以当时的情况是非常的这个困难，非常困难。
Despite poor medical conditions, shortage of water and electricity, and threat of disease, homesickness was the biggest difficulty the medical team members faced.
当时想家，那时候是什么东西也是没有的，没有电话，没有电报，没有现在什么视频，什么都没有，靠什么呢？靠中国驻塞拉利昂大使馆的信使队，或者是在国内就靠着我们北京外交部信使队。 每个月一次的信件来进行交流，给家里写信。
For the Chinese medical teams aiding Africa, one of the biggest challenges came during the Ebola period, when infections undoubtedly were a major threat and concern for the Chinese medical team members. In 2016, Hunan dispatched its medical team to serve an 18th term in Sierra Leone. Teng Chao-yu led a team of 20 medical staff to the China-Sierra Leone Friendship Hospital, which had been active in combating the region's deadly Ebola outbreak.
我们去的时候，埃博拉已经进入后期，但是这个医院呢，因为当时收治了埃博拉病人，然后塞邦的这个很多的医务人员因为埃博拉已经牺牲了，他们总共这个国家只有不到200个医生。 当时我们所有的这个医疗队员都是要上班要穿防护服，在这个就是说他们的旱季了，我们基本上1个小时就要脱一次衣服擦汗，特别热。
Besides treating disease and saving lives, Hunan's medical staff has also helped some local hospitals and medical workers formulate advanced health regulations and organize standardized hospital management.
中塞友好医院是有一个手术室的，但是在我们去的时候，就是一个荒废的一个状态，就是里面器材虽然是有，但是就是没有专人去管，而且就是护士的培训这一块也是很缺乏的。 需要日常的去督促、促进，就是每天都会给他们一点新的知识，而且就不断的去巩固、去强化训练这一块。
For Chinese medical staff, their experience in Africa is both bitter and sweet. There are pains, but also gains.
所以现在回想起来，困难已经都过去了，是吧？现在想起来，国家有困难，当时我们国家有困难，在那个时候能够为国家出点力、做点事，履行这个国际义务，还是很光荣的。这担子还是虽然很沉重，但是我们还是担当下来了，还是很自豪的感觉。
That's all for this episode of China Africa 360. Thank you for watching.